हेलो एवरीवन। देखो, आज हम एक ऐसे टॉपिक को डिकोड करने वाले हैं जो नॉर्मली सबको बहुत डराता है। बट ट्रस्ट मी, बाय द एंड ऑफ आवर टाइम टुडे ये आपका एब्सोल्यूट फेवरेट बनने वाला है। वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट क्लास 10 ट्रिगोनोमेट्री। ऐसे समझो कि आज कोई बोरिंग, नींद आने वाला लेक्चर नहीं है। इट्स जस्ट यू, मी एंड सम रियली सिंपल लॉजिक। सो बिल्कुल रिलैक्स हो जाओ एंड लेट्स डाइव राइट इन।
Have you ever just looked at a really tall tree or maybe a massive building and wondered, बिना पेड़ चढ़े उसकी हाइट कैसे निकालें? I mean, seriously, आप एक लंबा measuring tape लेके स्पाइडरमैन की तरह ऊपर तो नहीं जाओगे, right? Exactly. और बस यहीं पर trigonometry की entry होती है. It's literally this magical mathematical tool that helps us solve what look like impossible real-world problems. And today, हम मिलकर इस magic को unlock करने वाले हैं.
Here's our quick game plan for today. फर्स्ट हम कवर करेंगे बेसिक्स यानी ट्रायंगल्स एंड रेशियोज। सेकंड हम देखेंगे द फेमस टेबल ट्रिक। थर्ड वील डिकोड द मास्टर आइडेंटिटी एंड फाइनली हम आएंगे रियल वर्ल्ड एप्लीकेशंस पर।
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, Basics, Triangles and Ratios, the fundamental building blocks of trigonometry.
सो ट्रिगोनोमेट्री का पूरा फाउंडेशन सिर्फ इसी एक सिंपल शेप पर टिका है, द राइट एंगल्ड ट्रायंगल। It's basically the study of relationships between the sides and the angles of this specific shape. जैसे ही एक एंगल exactly 90 डिग्रीज का होता है ना, एक अलग ही लेवल का मैथ मैजिक स्टार्ट हो जाता है between the opposite side, the adjacent side and the hypotenuse.
Now, what's really interesting is how we actually name these physical relationships. हमारे पास तीन main heroes हैं, sine, cosine, or tangent. Sine, or sine, is just the ratio of the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Cosine, or cos, is simply the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. And tangent, or tan, well, that's the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. देखो, ये बस triangle के sides के ratios के fancy नाम हैं. Don't let the names intimidate you. They are literally nothing more than that.
And here is the crucial point. अगर आपको पहले तीन रेशियो समझ आ गए, तो आगे के तीन आपको automatically आते हैं. Say hello to the inverse ratios. Cosecant is literally just 1 divided by sine. मतलब उस फ्रैक्शन को उल्टा कर दो. Secant is 1 over cos and cotangent is 1 over tan. Simply put, न्यूमरेटर को डिनोमिनेटर बना दो और डिनोमिनेटर को न्यूमरेटर. Boom! It's really that simple.
Moving on to Section 2, the table trick. Rodomat, logic समझो.
Step 1. देखो, आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ साइन की एक सिंगल रो याद रखनी है. That's it. For angles 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degrees, the values follow a very specific pattern. 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. बस ये एक रो अपने दिमाग में अच्छे से सेट कर लो. Once you have this sequence locked in, the rest of the entire table is just child's play.
Now for steps 2 and 3. To get the cosine values, simply take that exact sine row you just memorized and उसको बस पीछे से आगे लिख दो. Just reverse the order. So the one from 90 degrees comes over to 0 degrees, and so on. And for tangent, well, we already know tan is sine divided by cos. So just divide the two rows vertically. 0 divided by 1 is 0, and just like that, you have your tan values.
See how brilliantly this illustrates the whole picture coming together perfectly? You literally need zero blind memorization for this. Sine की line लिखी, cos के लिए reverse किया, tan के लिए divide किया, और बाकी के तीन ratios इन सबके direct उल्टे हैं. You can actually create this entire table on the rough page of your answer sheet before the exam even begins. Super handy, right?
All right, let's shift gears to Section 3, the master identity. Let's demystify these equations. Do you recognize this? Of course you do. It's a squared plus b squared equals c squared, the classic all-time favorite Pythagoras theorem. Now, I know a lot of students find trigonometric identities really scary, but let me tell you a little secret. The scariest trigonometric identity is actually just our old familiar Pythagoras theorem wearing a new mask. Seriously, let me prove it to you.
Imagine we take our standard Pythagoras equation and we do a tiny bit of mathematical manipulation. What if we divide the entire equation, both the left side and the right side, by the hypotenuse squared, meaning we divide everything by c squared. Let's walk through this mathematical step together.
So, when we divide by c squared, we get a over c whole squared plus b over c whole squared on the left side. And on the right side, well, c squared divided by c squared just cancels out to become 1. Now, think back to those basic ratios we talked about. The side a over c is just opposite over hypotenuse, which is, exactly, sine. And b over c is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is cosine. See how this one simple division completely transforms the entire equation?
And there it is,
The fundamental identity, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. देखा? कहाँ है rocket sciences में? It is just pure basic logic derived straight from the triangle itself. Whenever you see this identity from now on, just remember, it's literally just Pythagoras saying hello in a trigonometric way.
And the best part? From that one master identity, we can easily derive the other two main identities you need to know. If you divide the master equation by cosine squared, you get 1 plus tan squared theta equals secant squared theta. Divide it by sine squared instead, and you get 1 plus cot squared theta equals cosec squared theta. Master the first one, and you automatically master them all.
Finally, let's look at Section 4, Real-World Applications, because this is where the real fun begins.
Remember that question I asked at the very beginning? Bina pere chade height kaise nikaling? Let's loop back and actually solve it. Suppose you are standing exactly 30 meters away from a tree and looking up at the top makes a 45-degree angle. The basic formula is height equals tan of the angle multiplied by the distance. And since tan 45 degrees is exactly 1, well, 1 multiplied by 30 meters means the tree is exactly 30 meters tall. Problem solved effortlessly. No climbing required.
And honestly, the applications out there are completely mind-blowing. Aapke phone ka GPS? It uses trigonometry all the time to calculate bearings and find you the shortest possible routes. Video games? Whenever you see characters making those smooth jumps or doing crazy 3D rotations, that's sine and cosine functions working hard in the background. The strong bridges we drive on, the safe sloped roofs of our houses, they all rely entirely on architectural trigonometry. Even astronomers use these exact same angles to calculate the immense distances to stars. It's literally everywhere around us.
So my final message to all of you today is this. Trigonometry सिर्फ exams के लिए नहीं है. ये life के लिए है. Once you actually understand the logic behind those simple triangles, the ratios, and those seemingly scary identities, you are basically learning the mathematical language of the universe itself. So the next time you look up at the night sky or play your absolute favorite video game, just ask yourself, कहाँ छुपा है वो triangle जो ये सब possible बना रहा है? Keep practicing, stay curious, and I'll see you next time.